What is going on YouTube? Greenwood Evil here, and today is the big day for you Power Ranger fans out there because we are building the movie Megazord right here. I have the camera at some really strange angle so I can try to build this thing for you guys. It might be a little bit boring to some, but it's going to be really cool. Maybe even see me get frustrated with a piece or two. We don't know. We'll find out right now. Hopefully the camera has enough battery. I don't know. We're just going to go right into this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the T-Rex. So I advise if you have these, move these to the side because you don't want them to get lost because, you know, if you're a collector, you don't want to lose any of these guys. So move the Rangers away, put them in the back for now. And then what we'll do is we will start with the T-Rex. So the T-Rex basically comes all apart. And I'm talking, when I say apart, I mean apart. So the gun comes off. Its arms come off. If I can get it off. There we go. Yeah, there we go, the other one. This one comes, all the legs. I'm talking like this thing comes all apart. The whole thing. And then the head for the Megazord is in here, as you can see. Anyway, so basically what I did, when of course I attempted this before just to test it out. I built with the T-Rex first. So basically, put the head on, like so, and then the legs flip around and become arms, which is pretty cool. And by the way, disclaimer: this thing is big, so it's very hard for anyone to display this unless they have a lot of room. There's your other arm there. They pop in. See, there you go. You have, what else do we need? Okay, so the T-Rex head, this is a strange one. The T-Rex head goes on the back here. I don't know why. We push that in, but it does. So there's, basically the rest of these pieces we'll use later, because most of this stuff is used. All this stuff that I'm holding in my left hand is going to be used later, so put that to the back. We'll move him to the back. And the next one to do is the saber-toothed tiger. Gun comes off. You flip the head back, under, flip the arms backwards. Well, not all the way, like I just did. Good thing these things are made so these things come apart, because sometimes they come off. Anyway, so they go like this, and you take the top part of the T-Rex, and if you see the holes right here on the saber-toothed tiger, they rest right here on the side of the... It's very strange. You would think that it would click like this, like click, and you're done, but it doesn't. It just kind of rests there, and then you bring up the legs, and that becomes, as you see right there, and that becomes the torso and the stomach. And we put that to the side for now, because now we have to move on to... Which one are we going to do? We're going to do the Mastodon first. So Mastodon becomes the left leg over here of the Megazord. So you take off the catapult. I'll show you later. There's one lame thing about this. Either this or the T-Rex's tail you don't use. So there's always going to be like an extra piece floating around, which kind of sucks. But put that to the side. Head comes off like so. This piece comes out like you saw in the video. I'm going to post periodically the other individual Zords up in the top right corner over here for the future. So if you guys want to watch them at the end of the video, you can find them. Anyway, so this comes out, and then you take off the front batches of legs, like so. This stands up. These come down. This is moved. This becomes like the knee, or the kneecap or whatever. And then these guys go up here. They point upwards. You want to put them upwards because if you face them down, they're going to pop out. They still may pop out. This is the worst part of the Zord. Right here are these things. These legs of the Mastodon, they fall off a lot. So you're going to have to pray that everything ends up being pretty good. I'm going to have to do a camera move soon because this guy's going to end up being too tall to even see. Okay, so that's on. Then we put our kneecap on like that. There we go. Well, our upper leg display part, because this is technically the kneecap, even though there's no bending. doesn't bend. It looks like it can bend the leg, but it can't, because this only just sends it right back to being Mastodon mode, and that's not going to work. So then you take the head of the Mastodon and you put it in the center hole right there on the bottom part, and then that becomes the first leg right there. So that's one leg. Obviously, I'm not going to put it on yet because we don't want to make them lopsided. That'd be hilarious. It would be hilarious, but I'm not going to do it. Now we move on to the Triceratops. Triceratops, same deal. Head comes off. This piece comes all the way out. These front legs come off. And they attach on like so. I don't remember if it's up or down. I think it's up. I think it goes like that. Yeah, it rests easier like that. So it goes like that. And this one goes here. Can you see that on the camera? See, it's a little tricky. This thing's a little big. You know what? Let me move up the camera just oh, there's just a smidge there. That should actually do the trick. But these connect like so. They should be good to go. And then you take this upper leg cap up to the top. Flip this down, the leg part's here. And then you connect the Triceratops legs here to the head. The foot, now it's the foot. So now we have basically, we can stay on the Megazord now. So what we're gonna do is set it up first and then move the camera, because I don't exactly know how much space we need. This, the saber-tooth tiger, the attachment, I don't know if I can move my hands, it's tough to see. It actually like literally slides right on. Slides right on, just like that. It's actually on right now. I'll move up the camera just a smidge. See, it's on. This guy is huge. And now we put on the Mastodon like so. Slides on like a glove. And now he should be standing, which is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these T-Rex pieces that we put away to the side and the back. We're going to move him to the back for a second so you guys can get kind of an idea of how big this dude is. He's big. So there he is. And what we're going to do next, sorry, I was moving the camera all over the place. What we got to do next, I'm going to move the camera down for a second, is we have to take apart the pterodactyl finally. That becomes the wings of the new Megazord. Wing 1, Wing 2, and oddly enough, it doesn't look like it, but this right here is the sword. This is the Megazord's power sword. So interesting. I don't know. It looks okay when it's hooked up. But now the next part is tricky to show. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna put the camera up like that and bring him over. But first I'm gonna attach these. So the T-Rex's arms, as you see here, go into the back part of the wings and they match evenly. So basically, you see how the wing slopes down? Make sure the arm slopes down and connects right in. That becomes the missile pod. And then you have one wing ready to go. And then do the same thing a second time. Another wing aimed down, attach, and now you have the second one. Now we're going to bring him back over. I'm going to bring him back over here. Turn him backwards. Looks strange. The back looks very odd. But if you see here and here, I don't have a zoom on the camera, but I can definitely lean him in. There is a strange looking shaped hole right there and a strange looking shaped hole on the opposite exact side. That's where the wings go in. So basically you have one wing goes in like this, connects in, and make sure when you put the wings in, just make sure that you retighten the saber-tooth tiger to the T-Rex, because it became loose the first time I tried it. So I've been a little bit careful this time. And then this one connects in the same spot. If I can just connect it in, which it wants to be a little bit of a pain here, but we'll get it. There we go. Nice. Good fit right there. Okay. And it did become loose, I was right. Okay, so we'll turn him around now, and he's basically ready except for his weapons. So this is going to be the Megazord in all of its glory, which looks pretty cool. I like the design. I think it's like a Gundam kind of deal or something, or Voltron-esque. It's not so much. Look at that. It's pretty cool. See, there's the. I don't have a wide shot. I don't want to move back either though, because that looks pretty good. You can kind of see that right there. But anyway, so now we take the T-Rex's gun, which does talk.
T-Rex Zord, it's time for battle.
But when you plug in, it doesn't change any of its sound, so it's always going to say T-Rex Zord. But this goes in on the Megazord's right arm, right there, like that. And then you take the Saber-Tooth Tiger's gun and slide it in on the other arm here, like so. Make sure he's still together. I don't want him to fall apart. That would suck. And then you take the T-Rex's tail. It looks like it's going to be some sort of like sword weapon thing. I don't know. And this is also a sword. This looks kind of goofy when the Megazord holds it. But that's the sword. And then you have the T-Rex's tail, which goes into its left hand, and that becomes some sort of sword or whatever. My guess, if I had be guessing, man, the T-Rex's tail probably slides up and out and becomes a shield. Just a guess. I don't know, from watching a lot of shows, a lot of cartoons and things from all over the years. That's the kind of ideas you get. But like I said before, you're left with one piece. You have the launcher piece, which can be attached to the arm here, but it's either the T-Rex tail or the launcher. I think it looks cool with the T-Rex tail, so that's why I set it up like that. There's no other place for the Rangers, so they kind of have to actually stay in their Zords. So I'm not even going to bother with putting them in, because you just lose them. But basically, that's it. This is the new Megazord, and then what I will do in size comparison, I'm going to have to move this camera way back to get a size comparison going. Don't worry, it's not an earthquake, it's me moving my camera. So just kind of bear with me for a second here. I'm going to move this out like so. Okay, so we got the feet and everything. Now watch this. This is the original Megazord right here. This is the original Megazord right there. So as you can see, they definitely upped the ante in size. There is that's much bigger. Put it right there so it stays under it. Look at that. Look at that size. It's crazy. It's a tough display, because the original Megazord's hard to display in the first place. But then if you're talking about the new one, look at that thing. I have a 18-inch giant Godzilla figure that is just as hard to display, which they can have fights now. I can play toy fights if I want, whatever. But it's big. It's going to be tough to display, so maybe in the future, hopefully we get something more along the lines of a legacy size of the original in that, with all those pieces and all the new stuff, so we can kind of display this thing, because this thing's hard to display. You need its own shelf, its own corner of the room, its own house to display it, and it's so big. It's awesome though. Don't get me wrong, it is very cool. But that is it, guys. I'm going to turn up the music so you guys can just get a little glimpse of the Megazord. I'm going to move the camera in, so don't freak out. Turn the music up and just kind of let you guys soak in the glory of the new Megazord. Pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. Price point is okay. It's a little rough, but anyway. As always, if you like the video, like it, subscribe down below or in the left-hand corner. I'll throw out some other videos here, I don't know, whatever, a hodgepodge, Pokemon, whatever. The next video we do in a couple days will be Pokemon. Don't worry, guys who subscribe for Pokemon, it's gonna happen. Don't worry. As always, just make sure you subscribe or just like the video for me. Like it for the original Megazord, like it for the new Megazord, and the new movie coming out on the 24th of next month, which I am psyched for. Anyway, guys, take it easy, peace, and may the power protect you.